Alright, well this is day 10 of our study of circles and arcs and angles, and we are just going to spend another lesson or two practicing some of the special cases. Like in this one, there will be many tangent lines which just barely touch the circle at one point, and we're going to have to see that it still works the same as all the others. Let us not forget the formulas you will not be given. These are the four basic relationships that you need to just memorize and be familiar with. Again, if the angle is at the center, then the angle measure and the arc measure are the same. That's what this equation is telling us. If the angle is at the edge of the circle, that's called an inscribed angle, then the angle is half the arc, or you could say the arc is double the angle. By the way, this one with the vertex at the center, that's called a central angle. If the vertex of the angle, and if you want to look at it the same way as the previous problem, you would kind of focus your eyeballs on this angle right here. But we have to sort of do two angles. The two angles that go like this are really the same angle if you really understand it. These angles are always going to be equal, so it's really the same thing. Anyway, we have to deal with both arcs, so that's why we have to draw it this way. But if the angle has its vertex that's not on the edge or the center, but it's inside the circle like this, then the angle is the average of the two arcs. Arc plus arc divided by 2. And finally, if the vertex is outside the circle, then the angle is the big arc minus the small arc divided by 2. Okay, it's the big arc minus the small arc divided by 2. You just have to memorize these four relationships and watch how they show up throughout this lesson. So, problem number 1. We're supposed to find the angle of the measure of the indicated angle. You see the question mark here, so that's what it is. Well, if we're supposed to find this arc right here, it would be helpful to know the angle right here. And because this makes a straight line, alright, because see, this orange line is a straight line, so that makes a total of 180 degrees. Now it's being split into two pieces. If this piece over here is 76 degrees, if I want to find the other piece, all I have to do is subtract from 180. So I'm just going to do 180 minus 76, and that's going to give me this angle over here. So that's going to be just 104 degrees. So this is 104 degrees. I'm talking about this angle right here. Now, what is the relationship between the angle and the arc? Well, to answer that, we have to be aware of which situation we're in. This angle, the vertex of this angle, is right on the edge of the circle. So if you think about it, even though it involves a tangent line, this red angle that I just drew here is an inscribed angle, just like this pink one, right? Because the vertex is on the edge in this formula, and the vertex is on the edge right here. So the relationship is going to be the same. The angle is half the arc, or the arc is double the angle. So if this is 104 degrees, that means this will be 208 degrees. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, which situation are we in? Well, we are in situation number 4 with the angle outside of the circle. So let's look for big arc minus small arc, so we can divide that by 2. Okay, so we're just going like this. Angle equals big arc minus small arc divided by 2. That's what we're doing. Well, the angle is 50, so 50 equals. Now, as far as big arc, small arc, we're not given any numbers, man. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do now, man? Game over, man. Game over. Wait. This is one of those special cases. Let me make up some numbers just to make a point. Let's say that I knew that this green arc over here was 100 degrees. Okay, let's say that was 100. How would you find out what this red arc over here is going to be? Wouldn't you just do 360 minus 100? I believe you would, because you recognize that the entire circle is just made up of these two arcs for a total of 360. So if this is 100, the red side should be 360 minus 100. All right, it's what's left over. Now, we don't know what this is. The 100, I just made that up. But yeah, this is the thing that we're supposed to find. So I'm going to call it X, since I don't know what it is. Now, even though I don't know what it is, just like before, I would find the red side by subtracting it from 360. So the red side will be 360 minus X. Okay, I know for some of you that's hard to follow, but just remember when it was 100. Okay, just think back a second ago when it was 100. When this was 100, you understood that this side would be 360 minus 100. That made sense. Now we're just taking it to a general situation where whatever this is, we'll call it X. This will always be 360 minus whatever this is. So 360 minus X would be the expression. So the point of that is now we can go forward with our setting up of the equation. Big arc minus small arc divided by 2. And if we solve for X, then we will have found the thing that we are supposed to find, the question mark. So it's going to be like this, ladies and gentlemen. The big arc is the red, so that is 360 minus X. Okay? Now minus, okay, divide. So here I go. If I'm doing 50, alright, the angle equals big arc, see the parentheses, minus small arc, see the parentheses, divided by 2. The big arc happened to be 360 minus X, so I put it right in this position. The small arc is simply X, just like that, nothing fancy. Okay, now because this is just X, it's not like a binomial. If this were like X minus 3 or something, I would have to distribute the negative sign and make it X plus 3, but it's just X, so I really I could really just erase the parentheses. I think I'm just going to recopy it just so you can look back and remember where it all came from. So 360 minus X minus X. I just took the parentheses out of it. Combining like terms. Alright, my like terms are negative X and negative X. Put those together, you get negative 2X. So this is going to be 50 is equal to 360 minus 2X divided by 2. Anytime you have a fraction like this, the thing to do is to multiply by the denominator. Alright, see how much space I got left. I'm getting into problem number 4, space. Let's see, can I wrap it around over here? I think I will do that. Okay, so I'm multiplying by 2 on both sides. These 2's cancel each other out. That's going to give me 100. Let me just quarantine this also. That's going to give me 100 equals 360 minus 2x. So let's put that over here. 100 equals 360 minus 2x. Alright, maybe I better put an arrow. So this problem is getting easier all the time. So subtract 360 from both sides. So that's going to be negative 260, alright, is equal to negative 2x. Then we are going to just divide both sides by negative 2. Alright, divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. So that's going to give me x is equal to positive 130. And that is how you do that. See, okay, that was a little tricky, but it is not out of your ability range. Okay. We're simply supposed to find this angle. Oh, they're giving us a nice easy one this time. Again, this is simply an inscribed angle. So the angle is going to be half the arc. Alright, we're in this situation right here. The angle is the arc divided by 2. So it's just half of 146. Alright, that's just 73. Alright, that was remarkably easy compared to the other two problems. Okay, now how about this one? So we're supposed to find this angle here. You know, we've got the big arc is like this, and then the small arc is like this. Since the small arc is 120, if I want the big arc, I will simply do 360 minus 120, and that'll give it to me. Of course, that is 240 degrees. Alright, so there it is. Now we have our big arc and our small arc, so we can go ahead and do situation number 4. Because we're outside the circle, the angle is the big arc minus the small arc divided by 2. So let's do that. The angle is equal to the big arc, which is 240, minus the small arc, 120, divided by 2. Alright, again, it's pretty straightforward. Just put that in your calculator and get the answer. That is 60. Alright, let's try number 5. Number 5. Okay, another easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, this is the angle we're supposed to find, right? Question mark. And again, they gave us the arc. So the angle should be half the arc. Alright, we're doing this one. The angle is half the arc. That's all there is to it. So 130 divided by 2, that's 65. And so that's it. X equals 65. Alright, if only they could all be that easy, right? But they're not. They're not all that easy, as you've already seen. Okay. This one's not too bad. Notice how I always put a dot here at the point of tangency, so you can easily see where one arc stops and where the other begins. It's always at the point of tangency. So anyway, here is the big arc, which for some reason I like to show in red, and here is the small arc in green. Okay, and we are supposed to find the big arc, and we're given everything else. So you know, so we're just doing this. Whoops. We're doing the fourth situation. Angle equals arc minus arc divided by 2. Please make sure you do the big arc minus the small arc. So we are doing angle equals arc minus arc divided by 2. Now, notice that the angle is the 44 degrees. Some kids automatically want to put the X here because it's already by itself, and that would be nice if that were true. It'd be easier, but it's not. The angle always goes here. So even though this is not the variable, we must start with 44. So 44, the angle equals arc minus arc, and it has to be the big arc minus the small arc. It had to be x minus 65, not 65 minus x. That would give you a totally different answer. Time to multiply by the denominator. So multiply both sides by 2. Those will cancel each other out. So what you have instead is 88 is equal to x minus 65 plus 65 on both sides. So that's going to give you 153. Alright, that is it for number 6. Let's see about number 7. Alright, this is back to easiness. Again, it's all about the point of tangency, because that is where the big arc stops and the small arc begins. So this is the big arc. Alright, that major arc right there. And the small arc, the minor arc, goes like this. Again, since they actually gave us one of the arcs, to find the other one, we will just subtract from 360. So we will simply do 360 minus 110. Alright, so that's just going to be 250. Alright, so we have both arcs. So we can go ahead and use, again, situation number 4, angle equals big arc minus small arc divided by 2. So I will do, the variable this time is the angle, so I get to go angle equals big arc minus small arc divided by 2. So we can just type this into the calculator exactly the way it looks in our TI-30 XS multi-view. Okay, that's 70. Very nice, very nice. So let's go ahead and do number 8. Get this done. Point of tangency. So there you go. Here is the big arc. Here is the small arc. They gave us both of those. So we will just do angle equals big arc minus small arc divided by 2. Easy peasy. 34. Yeah. Wow, that was this whole assignment, except for, there was a couple problems at the beginning. They were kind of tricky, but this has been a relatively easy homework assignment. Oh, here we go. Some expressions. Did I speak too soon? I jinxed it. Or I assigned it. Whichever way you want to look at it. There is the point of tangency right there. So we're still doing the same formula we've done for almost every problem on this paper. The majority of the problems were outside the circle, so we had to do big arc minus small arc. Okay, so I think I will go back to writing the formula in words again. We are doing this. Angle equals big arc minus small arc divided by 2. So in this problem, guess what? This is the angle. So when we put everything where it goes, this will be 3x plus 13. Alright, that's the angle, is equal to big arc 140 minus small arc, which is 48, right, that's 0, divided by 2. Now this part over here I can just put in the calculator and convert that to a single number. That is 46, so we're going to have 3x plus 13 is equal to 46. So the rest of this should be looking pretty easy for you. So we're going to have 3x equals 33, and then we will divide both sides by 3, and you can see it coming from a mile away. X equals 11. Alright, so that wasn't too bad, even though it had the expression in there. It was looking a little scary, but you ain't so bad. You ain't so bad. Alright, looking at number 10, again it has the expression, but I think it's going to be almost identical to the one we just did. And this is the last problem. Yay! So again, one arc changes to another at the point of tangency, so there are the points of tangency. So the big arc is this, going the long way around. Alright, and then the small arc is like this. Alright, they gave us the small arc, so as you've seen us do many times, to get the big arc we will simply do 360 minus the 110. Okay, so that's why this is going to be 250. Alright, now we're set up to do the formula. Again, we are doing the angle equals big arc minus small arc divided by 2. And again, this is the angle. So just make sure you put that first in this position. So angle equals. Now, for some reason, I just feel like changing color. So the angle is 5x plus 10. So we're going to start off 5x plus 10 angle equals. And then we'll have big arc minus small arc. So 250 minus 110 divided by 2. So of course, to deal with the fraction, we will multiply both sides by 2. That'll cancel out the you know what? I don't want to do it that way. Back up, back up, back up. I want to do it like I did before. This is all numbers. So I can simply put all this mess right in my calculator and turn that into a single number. That's much easier. 70. So that's going to be 5x plus 10 is equal to 70. And all of a sudden you see how close to home we are. So subtract 10 from both sides. So that's going to be 5x is equal to 60. And then just go ahead and divide both sides by 5. Okay, so we're just going to get x equals 12. Alright, and that is it. Just check one thing. I'm just checking the directions. You gotta always be careful to see, did they actually tell us to solve for x as opposed to finding the measure of the angle itself. They did say solve for x, and that is what we did. So we are good to go. X equals 11, and there x equals 12. Okay, that is the end of this assignment. I hope it was helpful to you. If so, don't hesitate to hit the like button, give me that thumbs up. Always appreciate it. I will see you on the next video.